So now you have seen this is the payment page, that is the class, and in this particular class we have a method that is debit card functionality, credit card functionality, and add to cart functionality. These are three different methods which are like they would be having, or they would be containing some code to check that particular functionality. Okay, right now I have not written the code, but consider they would be containing a code to check that particular specific functionality. Now, generally, what you do in your manual test case, you log in, you open the URL, okay, open URL, and then log in into the application, okay, log in into application, and then you perform some functionality check, okay. So check functionality. So this would be having multiple steps. To check that particular functionality, you would be carrying out multiple steps, and then you would be verifying that functionality is working fine or not, and then you would log out. Okay, or instead of log out, what will happen? Again, for another test case, see, this is test case 1. You open the URL, log in into the application. For checking the functionality, there would be multiple steps, okay, and then lastly verify functionality. Same way, you would be having another test case, okay, again same thing, open URL, and then again log in. You want to log in into the application, okay, and then particular functionality, you check functionality, so steps will be coming up, and then finally verify and log out. So over here also I'm writing log out, okay. So that for checking every functionality, you have to log in and log out. Again, for test case 2, log in and then log out. Okay, this is my objective right now. So over here, this is your test case steps. Okay, this part. Okay, this particular part is thus nothing but this particular method. Now, what you want to achieve? You want to achieve login code to execute before this method. So login should happen, then this particular functionality should be verified, the code should run, and then after running of this code, logout should happen. Again, login should happen, this functionality should be tested, logout, again login, again this code has to be verified, and then logout. Okay, that way. So you cannot write login and logout code after each and every test, isn't it? Otherwise it will be a redundant. Okay, there will be a redundancy if I repeat those methods. Okay, so what we will do, we have one annotation, that is @ before method. Okay, before method. So this annotation, again, as I said last time, every annotation would be having a method associated with it. Okay, so I will be writing public void login, and then over here I will sys this out. Just a minute. Sys out login code. Okay, and then @ after method. Okay, then you would be having public void logout. Okay, this is a one more method for after method. So what TestNG guys have done, they have written this annotation, okay, and the execution of this methods login and logout will happen after each and every @test method. So before this method, after this method. You can write this code anywhere. Okay, it's not that you have to write it at the top. You can write it anywhere in the program. After this @test also, it's okay. And after method also, if you write at the top, that's also not an issue. Okay, this is also perfectly fine. You write this way, Control X, and in the last I will write before math code. Okay. Still, this will get executed first. Then this test case will get executed. Then after method, again before method, this functionality after method, again before method, test case, and after method. So that will be the case. So let me run this particular code and then you will get an understanding. I have not failed, right? I have failed this part. So let me comment this right now so that each and every test case gets successfully executed. So I'm running this. Okay. So you can see all the test cases, all the functionality have been successfully executed and they have been passed, right? And now if you scroll up, you can see login code, test case functionality got executed, and then logout code. Again, login code to check credit card functionality, and then logout. Similarly, login, code to check debit card, and then logout. So that is how we can achieve this part using after method and before method. Okay, now I have given the example of login and logout in before method, after method. It's not compulsion that you have to go with logout and login in after method and before method. Okay, you can use any method and you can use any code over here. You can write any code. Okay, TestNG, what TestNG will do? It will run before method, before each and every test case, and after method, after each and every test case. That you have to understand. Login and logout, I have just given an example. It's not a compulsion to go for that only. Okay. So that is one annotation before method, after method. See, last time I have told you I have created one TestNG XML, right? When we create a new TestNG class, okay, you have to write the name of XML source file. So I have given this name, right? TestNG dot XML. Okay, this way. So when I click on finish, this kind of XML file will be created. Okay. So once this file is created, okay, just a minute, guys. Huh? One second. So what I was saying, yeah, I have created this testng.xml file, and over here you can see suit tag, test tag, classes, class. Okay, so in this only class, okay, you are having the methods. Okay, you are having the methods, that is methods associated with @test. So before each @test, before method will run, and after each @test, after method will get executed. Okay, that's it. Now again, if you see over here, when I create new class, just a minute. When I create a new class, you can see there is there are other annotations as well. Before class, before test, before suit, isn't it? So this before class, how it works, that I will let you know, and then before test, okay? And lately before suit. So I'll explain these annotations first, how they work actually. And this all is dependent on your TestNG XML file, okay? So what I will do, I will create another test case, or sorry, class. So I will say TestNG, create TestNG class, and I will give the name as search. Okay, say for example search, and now I'm not using or selecting any of the method annotations, or neither I'm creating an XML file because already it's created, right? So let me finish it off, and this one is already created by default, so I will say valid search. Okay, and over here you will say sysout code to validate search using valid keyword. Okay, this way. Similar way, you can have the same thing for invalid. So I will copy and paste it over here. I will say invalid search, invalid keyword. Okay, that way. And similar way for blank entry, blank keyword. So there are three different test cases over here. Now, what I will do, in your TestNG XML file, I will copy this portion. Okay, and again I will create a new test classes, and then over here I will say, what is my class name? Search. Okay, this WebDriver is nothing but your package, and this is your test case, right? I will have to give another name over here, test1. So now, up till now, what you used to do, you executed only one particular class, right? By right clicking and run as TestNG test or Java class, okay, from here also. So only one class used to get executed. And in this one class, whatever methods were there, they were getting executed. But now I want payment page test cases as well as search related test cases should get executed at the same time. I should not go and click on each and every test case to execute them. Okay, so this can be achieved using this TestNG XML file. So this way you have to write. Okay, this is the differentiator. So this is one test and this is another test. Okay, you can say kind of test suite, that way also you can understand. Now I will right click over here and go as run as TestNG suite file. Okay, run as TestNG suite file. Okay, see, up till this point, this is part of your payment page. Okay, and this portion is your search functionality test cases. Now we have used before method, after method in our payment page, so it has executed over there. It won't execute on the search, isn't it? It won't execute over here, right? This way. Now, so both the classes have been executed over here. Now, if I want, what I can do, I can copy this portion, or I will say yeah, copy, and then paste it over here, and I will remove this part. So what this indicates? This indicates this search class and this payment page class. They belong to this particular test only. Okay, this particular test covers two different classes. Okay, same result you will get over here as well. See, same result you have got over here as well. Up till this part, your payment page, and this portion is your search, right? Now we have few more annotations. That is before class, before test, and before suit. So we will understand the execution of this before class, before test, before suit. Okay. So how it works actually. Now you can see classes. Okay, I will do Control Z first of all. Okay, this way. And now what I will do, I will write over here before class. So at the rate before class, because in case of TestNG, class comes first, then test, and then suit level. Okay, so I will say before class. I will import it, and I will say public void. You can say open browser. So for example, it's not code to open browser. Okay, same way at the rate after class, and then method associated with it, close browser. Okay, six out, code to close browser. Okay, so save it and run again this part. Okay, let's run this. So I have used before class and after class. Okay. Okay. Now you can see code to open browser, that is before class, have executed first. Then before method at the rate test, after method, before method at the rate test, after method, before method at the rate test, after method, after class. This is the flow. Okay, this is the flow. So if I write it over here, before method at the rate test, okay, same way, Control C, Control V, Control V, Control V. So this is test 1, this is test 2, this test 3, and this is test 4. Okay, and then before this it will be at the rate before class, and over here it will be at the rate after class. Okay, this way. So this will be the flow of your annotations. Now we have to learn about before test. So before test would be at a one level up, at a one hierarchy up. See, if you go over here in XML, test comes before your class. So a test comprises of different classes, right? That way. So I will say before test and at the rate after test. Same way, suit level will come about test. So suit comes about test. So at the rate before suit, okay, and in the last it will be at the rate after suit. Okay. Okay, this way. Now over here, we have used before class over. And let me go again with this way. See what happens. Control C, Control V. Remove this part. Okay, remove this part and run this. Okay, same behavior. Okay, because this after class and before class works at the class level. Okay, so even you have included search at classes level, but at class level, before class and after class will work. Now, if you want for both of this test case, your open browser and your, where is it? Your open browser and close browser should work. Okay, before payment page and search. So what I will do, instead of before class, I will say before test and after test. Okay, now you see the difference. So let me import it first. Now you will see a difference over here. So the both of these classes are coming inside this particular test, that is test. Okay, so this test is comprising of both these classes. Now let me run this. See, code to close browser, it is coming at the last after search test cases, isn't it? And your code to open browser is coming at the top. So both the classes have been covered, isn't it? And if I make this way, Control Z, if I make this way and remove this part from here, will this work? Will this kind of thing will come? Probably no. Before test and after test I have applied on payment page, right? Before test, after test I have applied at payment page. And this class belongs to this particular test. And this search is belonging to another test, right? So if I run, see, code to close browser is coming at the upper level of search test case, right? In that case, at the rate test or before test, there is no meaning of it, isn't it? It will work at the test level. So whatever classes are included as part of this test, okay, they will be covered because we have used before test and after test in the payment page, and we have included this payment page over here included in this test. Okay, now if you want to cover this search as part of open browser and closed browser, you want the same result, but you want to cover this search as part of another test one. In that case, you have to give suite level. You have to go to the suite level, because in this suite, both of these test cases are coming. Both of these classes are coming. So both the test tags are coming in at the suite level. So I will say over here before suite and after suite. Okay. Now let me run the code. See, code to close browser is executing at the last. Why? Because we have included this code or method in the after test suite, and this particular test and this test is covered as part of suite. So it is working at the suite level. Okay. So this is how this annotations work, guys.